Good morning, students. I am Assistant Professor Rekhatai Shankar Patil, Department of English, Varna Mahavidyalay, Aitawadi, Khurd. Now today we are going to learn one poem from module number 3rd B, The Solitary Reaper, written by William Wordsworth. Before going to the poem, see the short introduction about the poet William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth was born on 7th April 1770 at Cockermouth in Cumberland. He was considered major English romantic poet. He was focused on nature, children, poor common people, and used very ordinary words to express his feelings. William Wordsworth was one of the founders of English Romanticism and one of its most central figures and important intellects. He passed away on 23rd of April 1850. William Wordsworth has written lots of English poems which are still read today, like An Evening Walk, Lyrical Ballads, The Exertion, The Prelude, and the Lucy poem. See the poem The Solitary Reaper. The first of all, let's see what to be mean by the word solitary reaper. So solitary means lonely or someone alone, and the word reaper is a person who harvests the crop, which means who cuts the crop in the field when it is ripe. So it is the poem about lonely reaper who is cutting the crop in the field. It is in the form of a ballad. Now what do you mean by ballad? Ballad is a poem which narrates the short story, or it could be a short story about a war, or it could be about ancient story, or it could be about a bravery of a soldier or anything. But it should be in the form of a poem. So the poet here has narrated a story in a poetic form. Fairy actually describes a girl, her song. See the poem. I will read it first and then we will discuss in detail stanza-wise summary and analysis of the poem. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself, stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the well profound is overflowing with the sound. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travelers in some saddy haunt among Arabian sands. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old, unhappy, far off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humbly familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again? Whatever the theme, the maiden sang as if her song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. I listened motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. Let's move on, stanza-wise explanation of the poem. See the first stanza. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself, stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for this well profound is overflowing with the sound. In first stanza, the poet William Wordsworth saw a highland girl. This young girl was in a field. She was all alone. she was reaping the crop and binding it into sheaves. She was also singing a sad song. The sound of her song was echoing in the whole valley. It could be heard even beyond the valley. The poet did not want to disturb her. He stood silently to listen to her song. He did not make any noise lest she should stop singing. Then the second stanza. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travelers in some saddy haunt among Arabian sands. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. In second stanza, poet describes the song of the girl was really very sweet and charming. It was sweeter than the song of a nightingale. Tired travelers resting under a tree in an oasis after their long journey in the deserts of Arabia find the nightingale's song very sweet and charming. The song provided them comfort, but no nightingale could have sung so sweetly as the solitary reaper sang. The cuckoo heralds the onset of the spring. Cuckoo birds sing welcome songs in the Hebrides, Ireland, in the northeast. They welcome the sailors. Their songs break the silence of the seas in spring season. Their songs are very sweet. To the poet, the song of the solitary reaper seemed sweeter than the songs of the cuckoo bird. Then move on, the stanza number 3. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plenty numbers flow for old unhappy far off things and battles long ago, or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again. In the third stanza, poet says that the solitary reaper was a Highland Scottish girl. She was singing in a hilly dialect. The poet couldn't understand what she was singing. There was no one around to assist him, so he started making guesses. Perhaps she was singing of some old sorrowful things of the past or battles fought long ago. She might be singing about some unusual, unpleasant things or known problems of day-to-day life. It might also be about some natural sorrow, loss, or pain that might recur. Then the last stanza. Whatever the theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending, I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. I listened motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. In the last or fourth stanza, poet describes that the poet couldn't understand what she was singing, but whatever was the theme of her song, it affected him deeply. Like her work, her song seemed endless. He saw her singing and reaping in the field. He listened to it while standing quietly for a long time. Then he climbed up the hill. He carried the music in his heart, though he could no longer hear it. When we analyzed the poem, we understood that William Wordsworth, through his unmatchable expression and beautiful ideas, has made the solitary reaper a real figure. The spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings arising from emotions recollected in tranquility makes us feel that we have all met William Wordsworth's solitary reaper somewhere in our life or are waiting to meet her. In the poem The Solitary Reaper, the poet describes the melodious and mellifluous voice of a Highland lass who is cutting and binding the grain all by herself. The poet finds her song to be sweeter than the song of the nightingale. The song of the nightingale and the cuckoo is the sweetest, most pleasant, and most refreshing. By comparing it, the poet wants to establish a fact that the song of the solitary reaper is simply incomparable in its music, melody, and sweetness. The poet cannot understand the words but can feel them Its plaintive tone and melancholy sound touches him deeply. The fascination of the unfamiliar prompts him to let his imagination roar freely. He imagines all possible matters, romantic and saint occurrences to dull everyday incidents as the subject of the song. Perhaps it is about a disaster or calamity in the past, or it is of loved one, or it is any common routine event. The incident described in the poem is quite simple. The poet comes across a Highland lass reaping and singing all alone in her field. There is nothing unusual or extraordinary, as it is a common practice among hilly girls. It is the description of the impact of her song on the poet's mind and heart that makes the incident a memorable one. It leaves him spellbound. He stands still, motionless, listening to her song and carries it in his heart. The song stays with him as pleasant memory and can be heard after it is heard no more. It is a source of joy for him forever. Now finally, see some important themes of the poem, The Solitary Reaper. The first theme of the poem is imagination. The Solitary Reaper is about the power of the imagination to transform common everyday events into representations of a large reality. The second theme is the unity of man and nature. The poem dramatizes the reaper among its natural surroundings as she is bending on the ground and reaping the grain. The whole valley is filled with her song, echoing her sound. She is associated with singing birds. And the last theme of the poem, The Solitary Reaper, is everlasting beauty of song. The Solitary Reaper is a romantic poem written after William Wordsworth's trip through Scottish Highlands. The images of the beautiful scenery of countryside attracted him greatly. The poet narrated an experience of a short encounter with a solitary Scottish rustic girl whose song in Scott took him deeply. Therefore, William Wordsworth watched her singing to herself in a distance so as not to disturb her. So the tone of the poem is pleasant, and it is a poem of praise on the natural beauty of countryside as well as the rusticity of the simple rural people. The theme throughout the whole poem seems to be the beauty of song. So this is the poem written by William Wordsworth. Thank you.